Throw another one to get him on video.
The kids will get hit.
Yeah. Shooting your machine guns.
Still taping?
Yeah.
Did you get them when I threw the pen?
Sure.
I brought all these little Canadian flags and I throw them, but I... Okay, this is Esna, where we've stopped for a while. And I just thought I'd show you guys what it looks like.
An AK-47. You know? AK-47. You think it's cool to be carrying those guns?
It's not cool, it's a necessity.
How about they show off?
Yeah, they probably do show off. I should have brought more pens.
I knew that. About the pens.
I didn't think I'd need them, I only bought like 12, huh?
Somebody told me they...
Una populated one.
What are you doing, you nut? This is Valentino from Romania. What do you got to say to people in Canada?
Hi! Hi!
So this is on the valley ride to, well, the ride to the Valley of the Kings in Luxor. I just thought I'd tape this because it looks pretty nice. Along the Nile. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that the Valley of the Kings and the other temples are actually on the other side of these mountains. Ooh, whistling. What are they whistling at? The unfortunate part is I won't be able to tape any of the tombs in the Valley of the Kings because they don't allow cameras with flashes or video cameras for that matter. That kind of sucks, but ways. And here's the other side of the boat. So yeah, this is nice. This is just more taping of the countryside of Egypt. Fellow Chilean. Appreciate the sunset. You can speak, I don't care. I'm just saving the sunset.
Better to go. Yeah, why? You can party. You guys.
Crazy Chilean right there. Doing synchronized swimming.
In the eternal life. If the deceased person was neglected and his family forgot about him, so they believe that his car would be suffering, his double spirit would be suffering from hunger and sadness because everyone forgot him. So that's why they consider their deceased person, their dead person, as babies, needing someone to look after them. And that's why they were all giving all that care and that interest to the tombs and to the burial places. So that's why also they put some landmarks for this car to follow to get to the tomb, like a statue for the deceased person, and they were very careful that this statue should match the real person. And that's why the eyes were done in a perfect way and they were very careful to bring the statue very much matching to the reality. Look to the eyes of the statue in the Egyptian statues. The eyes are very vital, as if they are going to move. We used to do the eye from a white part, this is quartz, and a black part, this is rock crystal. And sometimes they were doing a frame from copper, also represented by the copper frame. So all this was done to serve the deceased person, to serve his eternal life, to let him. But instead of protecting the mummy of the king, it acted in another way. It attracted the robber's mind and to start to design another style of tombs. This is the rock-hewn tomb, the carved tomb in Iraq. The first generation of these tombs appeared in Banya province. The best example for them are the tombs of Bani Hassan in Minya. When the new kingdom arose, that was about 1500 BC, we'll find actually 1550 BC.
Suan terakhir. Dulu tenía que reírse obligado. Que tenía que reírse a la fuerza. Ustedes saben. Ustedes saben cómo los gallegos se apartan en auto. No weón, nadie cachó. Para decir que
Well, soon we're going to pass by the two statues or the two.
te filman, ¿no?
So to the right side, those are the two statues. Behind those statues, there used to be the. Okay.
Fuera de acá. Igual come como cuando ahí la muralla china. Arriba. La weá te gusta.
Ending by a tip like a horn, and Korna in Arabic means horn. So that's why the name of the village got its name from the. But after we're going to see the house of Howard Carter, who discovered the tomb of Tutankhamun.
Oh, cool.
And he was descending to the valley every day to do his excavation.
We are just leaving the Valley of the Kings. Ultimate hiking country for Ken. That's mainly why I'm videotaping it. We'll just tape this for Ken. Let him show the
Well, our next visit to
Hiking
be a very
country.
interesting visit is a visit to the Alabaster place. We are going to see the Alabaster stone, how it's brought from the quarries. The quarries are around this area by about 70 kilometers or 75 kilometers. Some people are going there on donkeys and on camels to bring the big blocks of alabaster. Then in the workshop here to the area, they shape it by using hammers, shaping to different shapes, like vases, bowls, or statues. Then burying it under the ground in a sunny area for 3 days to be harder. And then they file it, polish it, and give it a layer of wax to be shiny. This is a genuine alabaster. You can't find any biggest or better collection anywhere else except the ancient Egyptians were doing their work. Then they are going to give us free time in their shop, and there you can find the biggest collection you can ever find. Many statues from alabaster, from basalt, from lapis lazuli, from malachite, pieces there are negotiable. That's to say that for the handmade craft, for the handmade piece, it's very difficult to determine a certain price. The price is according to the opinion of the one who created that piece. So if you like the piece, if you like the price, go ahead and buy. If you don't like it, you can still have some discussion with the owner of the place or those working in the place. If you don't like, don't buy. Don't like the price or the stuff, don't buy. But believe me, this is the biggest collection and the nicest collection you can ever find in Egypt.
So it should be expensive.
The alabaster place, the alabaster stone, it was considered the holy stone in ancient Egypt, as the Egyptian believed that it's absorbed.
This is the temple of Queen Hatshepsut. Zoom in. And it's right, the Valley of the Kings is over there somewhere, so this is where it is. Hiking country. And yet another view of the same temple. So the tombs of the nobles. They are still excavating here too. And yet a closer look of the temple.
Ustedes, here, Caleb, come.
Let's wait 1 second.
Well, no, here. Body.
To make the place look as a villa garden, this would be dedicated to the god Amun-Ra. The third colonnade, this is the birth colonnade showing the divine birth of Hatshepsut, but is in a very bad condition because it's much damaged by Thutmose III. While the last shrine to the right, this is called Anubis Chapel. Anubis is the jackal god, the guardian god of. It's the temple of Queen Hatshepsut. She was a woman pharaoh.
She's portrayed here wearing a beard so that, because a woman could never rule, so she had to sort of disguise herself.
Ahí no, mira.
On the third floor.
Look at that color. Babe, come look at this color, quick. Look at this color.
Acha.
How do you get light there?
This is his camera.
Oh.
No, yeah.
Тебе надо, знаешь, куда? Так ты иду.
In here was a big hole where they found lots of mummies and treasure and gold a long time ago. Found out a family that lived nearby was stealing it. They figured that out when they started to see the statues being sold in Europe. So they found the family, they got all the gold, all the mummies back, they arrested them, gave them lots of years imprisonment, so they deserve it. Just some little monuments off to the side. In the house back there is where the Polish team that was in charge of restoring the temple stayed. They started in 1962 and they just stopped this year. So it took 40 years for them to restore this temple to the original glory.
During the New Kingdom, the nobles were considered the high officials, the members of the royal palace, the ministers, the prime ministers as well. And to the left side, we are passing now by the Ramesseum, the funeral temple of King Ramses II, while those mud brick structures, those were the granaries for storage of corn and wheat. Mer Infitah, the grandson of King Ramses II. Sorry, the son of King Ramses II. Mer Infitah. And who followed?
It was built by the Greeks to honor the Greek god. This whole area behind them used to be a huge, gigantic temple, but there's nothing there. Back there, there's some stones and statues of the remains, but this used to be one huge place. Then there was the beginning of Karnak Temple in Egypt. It is said to be more of a complex than a temple. Apparently this place is huge. Biggest temple we've probably seen yet, so stay. And that's where we'll be going inside. the sphinxes leading into the temple. I guess they're not really sphinxes, but
One person? A child? Or another person?
No, only one child.
We are father, mother, two child, two children,
And one friend.
So, fragile. This is rather for isolation, because this was considered a sacred area, a sacred place where the god was worshipped. So that's why they have to isolate it from the surrounding community, from the commoners.
inside the door.
No, è questo. E noi so che è il migliore.
15!
All'ombra.
About the temple, the virus from the sky. Then you please come closer so you can listen.
Abdullah Ahmed.
Egyptian time was about to come to an end. So the archaeologists doubt about the ability of Pen-Nijm of creating such a huge piece. But they suggest that this statue was for King Ramses II, and then Pen-Nijm, he could erase the names of King Ramses II and leave his name instead. This is also Ramses II, yeah? While the queen in front of his legs, this is Nefertari, the favorite wife of King Ramses II. As King Ramses II had many wives, probably they were about 6.
10 minutes?
More than 10 minutes,
Okay.
I promise.
Okay.
We may not see Luxor, but we're gonna see this.
Okay, so here we are in the hypostyle hall. What is meant by the hypostyle hall? This is the colonnaded hall of Karnak temple. Number of columns here 134. Those forming the nave, they are done as the open papyrus, representing the complete plan. Look to the capital. But what is different here from the previous temples, that here the capitals are identical. All are the same. Same copy. This is the ancient Egyptian art. This is how the ancient Egyptians were doing their art. But the Greek influence, when it came, started to decorate those capitals, highly decorated. They built them highly decorated. Second, the birth name as well as the colonization name. Okay? Smart one.
Cada região do Egito tem que ter uma menina. Depois de uma noite,
Oh, that's where we just came out. Here we go, we can see those ruins of the temple. And there's more ruins of the temple. What's cool is over there they've managed to find an ancient Egyptian machine. Dates back several thousand years. It's what the Egyptians used to build this temple. They found it with the original paint and everything. It's quite interesting. And more ruins.
Was always trying to prove that she's not less than any man. Lovers is not mentioned in text, but the most famous was Sinmut who built the temple of Deir al-Bahr.
In that country, maybe a lot.
Who knows? I
Definitely.
was not living there.
I can assure you.
Well, so
That's hot.
the point of Hatshepsut that she was trying to tell the people, I'm not less than any king. As efficient as any male king, but maybe better. Even her father. And that's why when she erected an obelisk here, this is for Hatshepsut, she intended to bring it much bigger than her father's one. This is the obelisk of the father. The obelisk
Showing you guys how the detail here is amazing.
Sous la suite du hameau, avec les deux trucs, et derrière le pilier,
Non adoravano Amun, a proposito Tutankhamun non si chiamava Tutankhamun, si chiamava Tutankhamun anche lui. Entriamo.
This was constructed by the half-brother of Alexander the Great. It's sort of cool. Shrines built by Seti I. That's all they are. They're empty. Let's try not to trip here. There we go. Much this is. This is the last temple on the tour. This is Luxor Temple. Not as big as the last one, but it should be sort of interesting, hopefully. Yeah, the Sphinxes. This is a famous alley right here. Who's this here?
Ramses II or Ramses the Great.
Oh, okay.
That we just prefer to give him the name Ramses the Great. This action ended by signing the first treaty ever made in Egypt between Ramses II and Croesus. And it ended also that Ramses II married the daughter of King Croesus. I want to let you know that when we're leaving the temple, we're not using that door, we're using the other side. That one over there. See? This is leading us to the park.
So this is the front door to the temple of Luxor, Ramses II temple.
King Ramses II. You can see one standing.
67 years ruling. He his was basically the golden age of Egypt. Lots of building, lots of wealth and prosperity. So that's why his statue here is he's smiling on the other side. I taped it before. Inside the temple,
Recognizing that there is something underneath. And that's why he built his mosque over the temple. Okay? Of course, you can't get to the mosque by hanging.
to be up to the bottom of that. Guy built the mosque there, didn't realize he was building it on the temple. So now they have to rappel down every time they go to worship there. More statues.
This art should represent something, a certain meaning that you want to express. Like this one, representing the god Habi, H-A-B-I, the god of the Nile, Habi. And this god was represented like a creature having both features, the feature of a man and the feature of a woman. The idea here that he wants to say that this god is very rich and he lacks nothing. He has got everything. So this morning is the Egyptian marble, and it was a holy stone for the ancient Egyptians. And those statues were done for King Tutankhamun and his wife.
Oh, really?
The wife is missing.
I reckon we leave after lunch.
Yeah. 360-degree turn here, the temple inside more.
But the core here is open one. Okay? So after this, what happened that King Akhenaten was killed, and Tutankhamun, one of the members of the royal family. But the exact relation between Tutankhamun and the for the Virgin Mary, drawn by Saint Luke, and U-K-E. Okay? It was like this exact.
That was the apostle, wasn't it?
Came over, and the Aztecs, the Mayan temples, they built cathedrals over the same thing.
And moreover, they covered the original stone of King Amenhotep III. When we look in the Christian scene, we see the wrinkles of the dresses.
So is that the Coptic church?
It was a Coptic, yeah, but Christian, Coptic, yeah. This is like the Coptic Orthodox, the Greek Orthodox, same, very similar to the Greek Orthodox. Okay? So let's go deeper, please. They left the Murphy and they left that one to go to the house. When they went back, they found his wife sleeping. When they went back from the house. So they punished him by cutting one of his arms off. Fertility in ancient Egypt. That was good for this temple. Let's go back to the first one.
Oh, go ahead, yeah.
Would you like to get my head in?
Yeah, you can get your head in. Go ahead.
Come closer, please. I've told you the story of Alexander the Great before, and I've told you how he came to Egypt 332 BC. And when he came to Egypt, he pretended that he believes in the same deities. He pretended that he believes in the same gods. So he asked the high priest of Luxor temple to build him something to offer, to build him a kiosk, to offer to Amun-Ra in the name of Alexander. And he did it.
More of the same shrine.
So here we see him wearing a red crown. We see him wearing an Egyptian linen. He's offered to him the symbol of Allah in his nose, asking him to spell it, saying spell it wrong.
Few days. I just thought I'd tape it since this is my last night and showed you the inside. Might as well show you the outside. There's lots of them there. So Caleb is back in Cairo and he's touring yet some more pyramids. Okay, over there is the step pyramid. As we can see, I can't zoom in anymore. And yeah, that's where we were last time, but I didn't bring my video camera in because I'm cheap and I didn't feel like paying the money. But that's the pyramid. So over here, that's what we're going to see today. Is Dashur, the first complete pyramid. This was the first complete pyramid built. It was built even before the great one at Giza. And then there is over here an incomplete pyramid. This is the bent pyramid. Again, I'm not taking the video camera in because I'm cheap and I don't feel like paying the money. And I don't know if it's worth it, so we'll just take a video camera here. Interesting, they started building it, but then it started to collapse, so they had to curve it in from like 53 degrees to 40 something. Interesting. So one more panoramic view shot of the area. Alright, so here's a closer view of the pyramid I just went in. This is 92 meters high, the one at Giza is 140, so it's significantly smaller, but it's still very big. Panoramic shot, there's the bent one. Haven't opened it, they don't think there's anything in it, so they don't think it's worth opening, so they just left it there. Both built by the same pharaoh. He screwed up on that one, so I figured, oh, I better do it right the second time, and that's where he was buried, is in this one. Alright, so this is the same pyramid, I'm just trying to get more scope to it. I just get a pan shot of this. This looks like Los Angeles, California.
Forest with palm trees.
What's hanging from these trees again?
Dates.
Dates, yeah.
Dates.
And they're ready for harvest, like right now?
Yes, this is the time to harvest them. And we have two kinds, as you see, kind red, kind yellow. This is the red now.
Interesting. homes behind me, they're all plantation owners.
Oh, yes.
That's why they got such bigger homes, and across the way here, the poor ones here, the workers. So this is the end of our 3-hour-long epic of boredom for some of you. To Caleb's trip to Egypt. This is just over by the pool here. There's the hotel I stayed in. There's the pool. And here is the last view of Egypt. I leave tonight. In a moment we will return to our regularly scheduled program. Just giving you one last sight of Cairo.